So this question relates to a video that I did called Improve Your Eyesight While Watching TV, which is basically a 10-minute video that has a Snellen chart on it. You can see the thumbnail here on screen. And the question is, thanks for sharing. What sort of distance do we need to be from the TV to benefit from this chart? Is the idea just to look at it and active focus the letters? Many thanks. Really good question. I think I described it a little bit in the pinned comment underneath the video, but just to go into a bit more detail, yes, the idea is to active focus on the TV to benefit from the chart. The distance, it depends. Basically, everybody's got a different distance from their TV from whatever chair they're sitting on. Everybody's rooms are different sizes, so there's no eye chart that can be the same across all these variables, varying room sizes. So what I've done is just put an eye chart up with ever decreasing sized letters as you get to the bottom. So pick a line that you can challenge your eyesight with, that's at the edge of your blur horizon, and try to bring it into focus. So yeah, start at the bigger letters, work your way down and get to that challenging line, and spend some time trying to clear it up. It's just basically there as an aid if you've got nowhere to put up your own paper Snellen chart, or you've not yet purchased one, which I highly recommend to get one, whether you're purchasing or downloading it and printing it for free. Whichever, I highly recommend getting an eye chart to practice with and keeping a log on your progress. Write down what you can see, what the lighting conditions are, and how it feels, and then periodically, like every week, test yourself and make notes, and you'll see as you improve, it'll be very, very motivational to see what you felt, and then what things that used to be challenging become much easier. And then with this video, with the Snellen chart on the TV, what I think is really useful is if you're going to sit down to watch some TV for, a movie or an episode of whatever your favorite TV show is, you can spend 10 minutes beforehand just looking at the eye chart and really getting your vision into that accustomed to distance vision again, basically. Because most people spend too much time in close-up, and then I would suggest when you're watching your show, if you want more stimulation to improve your eyesight, put the subtitles up on the show and then read them as you're going through as well. So it'll depend what your vision's like, but you probably, with your normalised glasses, will probably be too strong for this usually. So you can put on your differential glasses and then sit at a distance that your eyesight is challenged a little bit to do this. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Yeah, get back to me if you've got any other questions on that. But yeah, thanks for asking that and giving me the opportunity to clarify what that's for. The people asked about that video, why doesn't it have any audio on it? Because it's literally just an eye chart. I didn't want to put in any audio descriptions, because for me it's something to revisit. So it's a 10-minute video of just looking at an eye chart. If I put in a description in the first minute, then you've got to fast forward past that every time you come back to use it. So I didn't think it was worthwhile, and I didn't want to have any music or ambient sounds in the background, because yeah, that mightn't be to your taste. So if you want that kind of thing, you can stick that on your phone while you gaze at the chart, because there's no pleasing everybody. Everybody's got different tastes in these type of things. So yeah, thanks for that question, and yeah, hopefully that's a bit clearer now, and have fun using it, and hopefully you get some benefit from it. Now, this question is about differentials and normalised glasses. So it reads, my differentials power should be 1.5 diopters less than my original prescription, or should it be 1.5 less than my normalised glasses? This is a really good question. Usually I would suggest it being 1.5 less than your normalised glasses, but it's going to depend on everybody, but that's usually the case. So your normalised glasses, to reiterate and restate what they are, they're your distance vision glasses, which are a bit weaker than your full prescription, but they give you a little bit of a blur challenge so that you can clear that up using active focus. They're what you would wear when you're walking around town and you need to see things in the distance, or for anything like that, basically, that you're doing outdoors. And then your differential glasses are the glasses for close-up work. So if you work at a computer, these are the glasses that you'll use to work at the computer. So they should be prescribed such that they allow you to have a little bit of a blur challenge when you're looking at the computer. So that's the answer to the question. Basically, it depends. So I would suggest, if you can find a cheap place to get your glasses, I would suggest starting off, get your normalized ones. So in my course base, I've got a section on this which shows you asks you what line you can read on the Snellen chart, and then based on that you can reduce your prescription less than that for your differentials. So in most cases though, it's going to be 1.5 diopters less than your normalized. Might take a bit of trial and error, but you only really have to do this once. So say for example you're -5 diopter full prescription, and say your normalized workout of being -4.5, then we would suggest differentials being -3. However, you may notice that the differentials are a bit too weak and you need to go -3.25. If that's the case, we're going to have to sacrifice those initial -3 glasses temporarily while you use the 3.25s, but all's not lost, because as your eyesight improves, you'll again use those -3 again. So there's a little bit of trial and error at the beginning, which is a little bit of a pain, but it's what has to be done. If you can find glasses cheaply, then great. There's great websites online like zennyoptical.com. It's what I've used and I recommend to most of my students. They're very good in terms of delivery to most countries worldwide, so definitely worth checking out. And there's many options available in many different countries, so do take a look. And I hope that answers that question. Thanks for asking it, because if you're new to this method, it can be something that needs to be clarified.